Hello everyone and welcome back to Root Double. In the last episode, Watasi here actually regained some of his memories and a bit of what happened prior to this huge mess. Started to take shape. So hopefully we can learn some more. Jun and Kazami quickly spoke up. They then rushed out of the neuroscience laboratory. And then, just a few minutes later, Kazami and Jun returned, their arms full of medical boxes. See, they wanted proof that we weren't lying about amnesia, because it started to get, started to get a little weird, because they were like, well, it's been so long you haven't remembered anything. That's kind of weird. Maybe you're hiding something. Then we remembered where we found a bunch of AD. Haha! How much did you find? I just said that, Yukita. Thank you. Wow! Haha! We have enough to last us till we survive, I think. Everyone's eyes widened at that piece of news, and why wouldn't it? That's good news. We need some good news. Been nothing but bad news lately. Bad news bears. Walter Matthau. Watase was also surprised, but found himself breaking out into a genuine smile. How could you not? That was much more AD than he'd been expecting. For one person. But there's like 5-6 people. Thank God. Thank God. That's true. Yeah, you doubted me, Yukita? Yeah, he shut up on that. Yeah, of course he did. Exactly. As soon as Watasi's earnest pleas reached Yukita's ears, the latter finally started talking with a bitter tone in his voice. That's right. It felt like there was still a glimmer of doubt in his eyes, but as long as he understands, that's all I need. Jun then walked over to Watasi. No, it's alright. I mean, you were all kind of, you were right to have your doubts. Watasi saw guilt filling Jun's face, thus he made it his best effort to speak to her as cheerfully as possible. It's okay, really. You may have indeed looked guilty from another person's perspective. Maybe it'd be best if I avoided doing anything that makes me look suspicious to the others from now on. Watasi thought that is because the others spoke. Did you? I saw doubt in your eyes too. Oh, well, thank you for your support, Ina. I appreciate it. God, no wonder she's a teacher. You just said it was BS from the beginning. Yeah, finally. It is. Now let's stop talking and let's find an exit. Now that we don't have to worry about finding AD for a good while, we can finally really search. The group laughed silently at those words. It was more of a fake laugh, intended to try to make them all forget about the events of the last few minutes, but it still relieved Watasi. Their escape route has been cut off, another body has been found, and they lost Yuri on top of all that. Everyone was starting to get on edge. And their exhaustion was just piling up. Remember, we haven't slept or ate anything for hours. And we can't eat anything here because it's all radioactive. It's pretty much inevitable that a few arguments would pop up. You know, everyone's at wit's end. That's right, I shouldn't worry about it. Everyone falling to pieces would be the worst possible situation at a time like this. And besides, the search isn't over yet. As a result, Watasi forced himself to end his train of thought on the whole matter right then and there. Watasi then changed topic.
さて、話がまとまったところで、それより大事な話をしよう。
How do we get out? Oh yeah, Yuri's lost. We gotta go find her. She ran away from us, which was very odd.
ああ、この広い施設ではぐれちまったのは非常にまずい。
Everyone nodded and focused on the conversation.
それに夏彦くんたちのことも気になる
Oh,
よ。
yeah, we haven't seen hide nor hair of those people. Where are they?
ラボ内を全域捜索したのに見つからなかった。
Where could they possibly gone? Maybe they already escaped.
やはり彼らも移動しているんでしょう。
Or wait, no, I think we ruled that out. I think we found out that they're still here somewhere.
捜索の仕方を見直すべきかしら。
You could have spoke quiet, or sorry, quiet. You could have quietly spoke after he heard Ina say this. What is words?
AD を探すのも重要じゃないかね。
Well, it can take a back seat for now. We have 30 ampules.
気づかないかね。30本の AD を手に入れたところで相変わらず数は足りてないんだ。
That is also true. We don't have enough, but
リフトからの脱出が叶わなくなった以上、隔壁が開くのを待つしか
yeah, it's still like what, 6 or 7 hours away?
だが、隔壁解放まで生き残るためには、あと5回 AD を投与しなければならないんだ。そうか。ユーリや高校生3人組と合流できたとすると、全部で9人。
It's only 3 hours.
じゃあ、あと3時間少々しか生き残れない。
Watasi never gasped as that reality hit them. Indeed, not everyone would survive if the AD they had here was all that was left. It'd be a different story if we just stole someone else's AD before they could take it, though. Or what he just thought immediately hit Watasi in full force. It felt like a life and death game of musical chairs would inevitably break out at this rate. We don't have enough AD for 9 people. So will it really come down to that? God, I hope not. If they try to use the 30 ampules of AD to survive for the remaining 5 hours, that'd be 30 ampules per 5 hours. It's enough for 6 people. Only 6 could survive. The other 3 would be doomed to their fate. 6 people. Watasi worked out that sinister formula in his head. No, I must think about that. Watasi frantically dismissed the thought that had just filled his mind for a second. I need to be thinking of a way everyone can survive. Watasi thought that as he checked his Procyon. Okay. 40, oh god, that's high.
このペースで汚染が進めば、いずれ施設内の全域が8000ミリシーベルトを超える。
And then we're all dead.
そうなれば AD があってもなくても一緒か。
That's another issue.
まずいわ。どうすればいいの？
This sucks.
考えうるやり方は次の4つですね。
You have found out 4 ways? Okay, let's hear them.
1、とにかく最優先で脱出口を探す。
Yes, but I don't know if our escape route's going to be as easily found.
2、ユーリさんを含む要救助者と AD を探しながら脱出口も探す。
Yeah, okay.
3、汚染速度を抑えるためゲートの破損箇所等を探し補修する。
How much time will that really buy us, though?
4、ユーリさんと要救助者と AD とゲートの破損箇所
Oh,
と
no. Do I have
脱
to
出口の
choose?
すべてを探す。
Oh, no.
どの道を選ぶかで我々の命運
Oh,
は
no.
決まるかもしれません。
4 paths. What do we take? Everyone gulped. Watasi then answered in a low voice.
まず4番のすべてを探すってのは現実的じゃないな。
Yeah,
あれもこれもじゃ何も成果は出せない気がする。
I do agree with him on that. That is kind of unrealistic. We just don't have the time.
それに3番の汚染速度を抑えるためゲートの破損箇所を補修するというのもダメだな。前にも言ったがキューバしのぎの補修で
Yeah,
汚染を食い
exactly.
止められるとも思えない。
if they did hold back anything, it'd probably be such a minute amount it wouldn't matter.
では1番か2番、とにかく最優先で脱出口を探すか、
Well,
要救助者や AD を探しながら脱出口も探すですが、
I mean, obviously number 2 would be fine, right? I think that's what you should do.
そんなの決まってるじゃない。2番の要救助者や AD と脱出口を探すよ。
But wait, maybe there's something I'm not thinking of. That number 1 would be the best.
脱出口はあるかどうか怪しいけど、天川君たちは確実に地下にいるんだから。
Yeah, and if we find them, we're just gonna have to fight for AD. Eventually, we're not gonna have enough for everybody, and it's gonna be ugly when we get to that point.
それは言えるね。脱出口だけ探すってのはリスクがでかすぎるよ。
俺もそう思う。それにユーリは AD を持っていないはずだ。
Oh,
すぐに
no.
でも見つけなきゃまずい。
Where did she go? Everyone nodded gravely at that suggestion. I hope she's not dead somewhere.
では消去法でユーリさんおよび要救助者と AD を探しつつ脱出口も探すで皆さんよろしいですか？
異議なし。
Alright, hands in. Alright. Alright, next agenda.
じゃあもう一度ラボを一周して隅々まで探すか。
Yeah, so we need to, really do a clean sweep of the place.
今までと同じ回り方で、それとも逆回りの方がいいかね。
でもそれじゃ効率が悪いし、また行き違いになる可能性もあるわ。
だったら今度は二手に分かれ、順回りと逆回りでそれぞれ捜索してみたらどうだ？
That works, I like that idea.
なるほど。もう火は消えているのは確認できている
That's
し、
true.
少人数でも問題なく回れそうだね。
そういえばプロキオンを第6エリアで見つけた。
Oh
これ
yeah.
を使えば3チームに分かれることができるが。
Yeah, but we really need 3 teams.
3チームですか。
Oh goody, a yellow.
とな
That's
ると
just
誰
what I want
か
to see.
単独行動を取ることになりますね。
3 teams. That must mean someone would have to search by themselves if we did that. I'm assuming I can pick who gets to search by themselves. Ina, Kazami, or June. Oh, what do I want? You know what? We'll have June search by herself. I screwed up, didn't I?
はぐれてしまう危険性が高いです。いや、
Watasi mulled over the situation once he heard Kazami's reasoning. How should we split the teams? Tasi hesitated to make a choice. After the incident just a few minutes ago, he was having trouble deciding who to team up with. What should I do? I already decided. Oh. Which one can we trust the most? Oh god. Ina's been kind of a B lately. Kazami? Kazami definitely. You know what? We're just gonna go with Kazami. Okay. Sorry guys. You know, it's politics. Okay, this is how we're gonna do it.
立花、おっさん、俺と組まないか？
の、別に構わないよ。
Awesome. Though he didn't let it show on his face, Watasi wasn't relieved to hear that. Yukita is dangerous. It seemed he currently viewed Watasi as someone not to be trusted, but there was no guarantee he wouldn't shift his hostility towards others. Yeah, it just felt too dangerous to let Moriarty team up with him. Good thinking. Though June was a rescue worker, she was still very young and was a bit mentally unstable in some ways. And Ina was just a civilian. Due to that, he reasoned that he and Kazami combined would have no trouble dealing with Yukita if he were to cause any trouble. Kazami gave Watasi a slight nod. Perhaps she'd figure out what he was thinking.
了解です。では、捜索ルートは
Kazami took out her PDA and began explaining.
我々が現在いるのは第5エリアになりますから、第4エリア方面に進むチームと第6エリア方面に進むチームに分かれましょう。
じゃあ合流地点は？
Area N. No, just kidding.
我々もすれ違う可能性がありますから、ここでいいのではないですか。
Okay.
ぐるっと回ってなお要救助者に出会えなかったら再度出発すればいいと思います。不測の事態が起きたり1時間経っても何の成果も上げられなかった時も一旦ここに戻ることにしましょう。
Okay, that sounds like a solid plan. Hopefully we can find something soon. In the next episode. Take it easy, guys.